Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, what I'm about to tell you is shaking up the NFC East in a way we haven't seen in quite some time. We all know that the Commanders, under the leadership of Ron Rivera and with a roster that's been trying to find its rhythm, are always in the thick of things. But recent developments suggest that the team might be on the verge of making a bold move, one that could redefine their future and even shake up the entire division. And it all centers around their star wide receiver, Terry McLaurin. You see, McLaurin, for those of you who follow him closely, has been a cornerstone of this team since he was drafted in 2019. He's been a bright spot on offense, known for his incredible ability to stretch the field, his contested catch skills, and his route running that makes defenses think twice. Last season, he put up solid numbers, 82 receptions, over 1,000 yards, and 13 touchdowns. Those are not just good stats, they're elite, especially in today's NFL. McLaurin's ability to average 13.4 yards per catch and his high ranking in the WR+ metric show just how valuable he is to the Commanders' offense. But here's where things get complicated. As the team entered their fourth day of training camp, McLaurin showed up, but not to participate in practice. No, instead, he decided to switch his stance from a holdout to a hold-in. That's a pretty significant move because it signals some underlying issues, mainly contract negotiations. McLaurin is approaching the final year of his current deal, and he's been waiting for an extension that the team has yet to give him. The trust and belief he's shown on the field should be enough to earn him a new contract, but negotiations seem to have hit a snag. Adding fuel to the fire, McLaurin was placed on the physically unable to perform list, or PUP, after an ankle injury that was confirmed during his physical on Saturday. Now, this move is interesting because it's often used as a way to manage players' injuries while also possibly sending a message. The timing is curious. Just as the team is trying to get ready for the season, McLaurin is on the sideline with an ankle injury, and his contract situation remains unresolved. It's a delicate situation, but it's also a strategic one, and the rumors are swirling that the Commanders might be considering some major options, one of which could be trading their star receiver. Yes, you heard that right. There's talk about the Commanders proposing a trade involving McLaurin, and shockingly, the team linked in potential negotiations is the Los Angeles Chargers. According to reports from PFSN, there's a proposed deal on the table that would send McLaurin to Los Angeles in exchange for what many fans would consider a disappointing return, at least on paper. Why disappointing? Well, the Chargers aren't exactly stacked with proven wide receivers beyond Keenan Allen, who's had his share of injuries, and rookie Ladd McConkey, who's still unproven at the NFL level. In the last few years, no other Chargers wide receiver aside from Allen and McConkey has surpassed 1.0 yards in a season. That makes McLaurin's potential arrival even more tempting for the Chargers' front office. The team has been trying to rebuild its receiving core, especially after the unexpected retirement of veteran Mike Williams. Williams' departure was a blow, but it opened up opportunities for new players to step up. And bringing in McLaurin could be an immediate game-changer for Justin Herbert and the Chargers' offense. Think about it. McLaurin's skill set is exactly what the Chargers need. He's not just a deep threat. He's a reliable receiver who can make contested catches and stretch defenses vertically. Last season, he demonstrated that perfectly, averaging over 13 yards per catch and making an impact in the red zone with those 13 touchdowns. His ability to stretch the field with an average depth of target of about 13.4 yards makes him a perfect complement to Herbert, who thrives when he has a weapon capable of making plays downfield. The Chargers have tried to add talent through the draft with players like Tree Harris, Andre Lambert-Smith, and Oron Gadson II, but they are still unproven at the NFL level. That's why the addition of someone like McLaurin could be the missing piece that elevates their offense to a new level. especially considering how inconsistent the passing game has been in recent seasons. With McLaurin, Herbert would have a proven, dynamic receiver who can make game-changing plays, provide reliable yardage, and help the team compete at the highest level. Now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture here. For the Commanders, trading McLaurin could be a complex decision. On one hand, they lose a key player, a fan favorite, and someone who has been a pillar on offense. On the other hand, the team might be looking at this from a strategic point of view. If they can't come to an agreement on a new contract, and if McLaurin's injury status complicates negotiations, trading him could be a way to recoup some value and rebuild the roster with draft picks or younger players. But it's not just about the immediate return. The team's management has to consider the message it sends to the locker room and the fanbase. McLaurin has been a model citizen, a player who's always given his best on the field, and losing him could have ripple effects on team chemistry and morale. Yet, if the trade brings in draft capital or young talent that fits into Ron Rivera's long-term vision, it might be a calculated risk worth taking. And for the fans, this situation is anything but simple. It's a roller coaster of emotions: excitement, concern, hope. Everyone loves McLaurin, and his connection with the community and the team is undeniable. But the NFL is also a business, and sometimes tough decisions have to be made to keep the franchise competitive. The upcoming weeks will be crucial in seeing how this saga unfolds. Will the Commanders hold on to their star receiver, or will they pivot and make this blockbuster trade? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure: this is a story that's going to keep everyone talking. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the Commanders have a lot to consider. They are still trying to find their identity on offense, especially with new pieces coming in and some uncertainty around their key players. Potential trade of McLaurin could reshape their strategy, forcing them to look for other options in the passing game, perhaps even accelerating the development of younger receivers, or relying more on their running game and tight ends. Meanwhile, the Chargers are watching this situation carefully. If they succeed in acquiring McLaurin, it could be a huge boost for their offense, especially in the critical moments of the season. Herbert would have a true WR1 who can stretch defenses and make big plays. For McLaurin, this could mean a fresh start, a new environment where he's expected to be the primary target, and an opportunity to showcase his talents on a bigger stage. But again, nothing is set in stone. The negotiations could still fall apart, or the Commanders might decide to hold on to him and try to resolve the contract dispute. Whatever the outcome, it's clear that this situation highlights the unpredictable nature of the NFL, where player movement, team strategy, and front office decisions all intertwine to create drama, excitement, and sometimes heartbreak. As fans, we're always looking for the next big story, and this one definitely fits the bill. Will McLaurin stay in Washington, or will he become a Charger? How will this impact the Commanders' season? And what does this mean for the NFC East as a whole? These questions are on everyone's mind, and I promise to keep you updated as more details emerge. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think trading McLaurin is the right move for the team, or would you prefer they keep him and resolve the contract issues? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of the Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. Thanks for watching, and let's keep the passion alive.